if you have been dying to see the xTool workflow between the Omni and your laser, today is your day, or not quite. Unfortunately, despite what the website says as of today on August 6th, that the workflow between your Omni and your laser is going to work. It even names the P2 along with 5 other lasers. It's not working yet. And I am guessing that that is why we are not seeing content on how to do this. Now, I will tell you, I clearly got part of the way through, and it's clearly possible to do because xTool did it in their launch video. However, there are, when you go to the software, I'm going to show you this whole process and where I got stopped and why there's some confusion and likely what the issue is. When you go to the software, the P2 is not listed, nor are 4 of the other machines or 3 of the other machines that it says it supports. So there's some confusion there, but I did want to clear that up because I am getting a lot of questions. Hey, can you do the print and cut? Believe me, I was intending to do it. I want to answer all of your questions. But unfortunately, as it happens when there's new machines that are coming out, new software updates are needed. Some content creators like myself, beta testers, are getting their equipment before the vast majority of customers. And so sometimes the software updates lag a little bit. Now, what it does say on the website is that by the time you get your machine, I think they mean the vast majority of people, it will work. So let me go through and show you exactly how far you can get and why this tripped me up. And if you are in the special group of people that can actually do this right now. Okay, so here I am in xTool Studio. Now, just so you guys are wondering, like, do you have any updates? What are you, like, is it because you don't have the most recent update? This is the version that you need to run the xTool Omni, and I'm going to click check for updates, and it's going to tell me that this is the latest version. So confirm, I'm good. And now I'm going to go up here, and I have, at new project, I have 2 options. So this single device mode is what you're normally used to, right? It will just open up your panel, your dashboard for whatever machine you're using. So this multi-device mode is here, and this is where you would do that seamless workflow between print and cut. So when you go here, you then have to pick which workflow you want to use. And what I noticed is there's only 3 of the 6 machines that are mentioned. Now, for someone like me who has a P2, I thought, okay, they're just saying the basic, like, they're not saying all of the models. They're just saying like one of each. Like, so the P2, the P2S, and the P3 would all be under here. Okay, so that's what I, went through the process of doing. Now, it worked to a point. So what happened was, this was the design. I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna mess around with this and I'm gonna see how this whole process works. This is what I do before I do a full tutorial. So what I have here is obviously this is the part that I'm going to cut. So I assigned it to cut, right? So it says CO2 laser mode, or laser module, that's what we've got. It says assigned device. Again, like, I was kind of like, okay, well, my P2 is not listed there, but it says on the frequently asked questions that it's going to be there, so I'll just pick the P3, and maybe they have everything labeled under one. Okay, this part I have assigned to my Omni, which is obviously correct. So then what I did was, what you do, I just was doing a print and cut. What you do next is you go down here where it says continue to step 2. So I thought, okay, so when you do that, what it does is it puts the registration marks for you automatically. So you can move this wherever you want, and that's where it puts the registration marks, all right? So I told it to process. So I clicked process, and that's when it starts printing. And it printed on my acrylic, as you can see here. Okay, so once it prints, so let's just say I already processed that. Now I'm ready to do my cutting. So it's moved me over, but it's telling me, okay, your P3 is not connected. Well, that's because I don't have a P3, right? So when I go to my devices, and I have every laser under the sun, but I don't have the P3. Honestly, the funny story about that is that xTool actually sent it to me, and I rejected the shipment because it was so big, it wouldn't even fit in the elevator on my building, So I had no way to really get it even into my office. Regardless, I have the P2. It's supposed to be there, and it's not. So
this is where I basically got stopped in my tracks as I was trying to do this tutorial so that you guys could see how to do the print and cut. Unfortunately, at this point, I can't do it because I don't have that. Now, like I said, this little part here says these workflows will be fully supported when your Omni printer arrives. So my guess is that once they start shipping them, they're going to get on the ball and update the software again to make sure that it does support. But for a lot of you have been questioning, like, why am I not seeing certain types of tutorials, and why am I not seeing things from the beta testers and the influencers, which I will point out that I am not an xTool content creator. I am 100% completely independent, which is why some of my content is a little bit different. But that is my guess. That is why we're not seeing that, or you're not seeing that, and I'm not able to do it, because anyone who has a P3, a P2S, an M2, which I also have an M2, so I could do it on that as well, we're not able to do it at this point. So unfortunately, that's where we are. If you have questions, feel free to leave questions in the comments. I will also say that I have other videos on how to do print and cut without this official workflow. You can do it with any laser and UV printer as long as one of them has an overhead camera. So I'll send you over to that video so you can see how it works. And in the meantime, see you guys soon.